Well, who would have thought it would have gotten this bad this quickly? It's the same exact accounts that were circulating the pro Elon message during the H1B saga that are back now. And he's retweeting all of them. I think I might just react to Elon's timeline because he put out a bunch of tweets. Oh, man. I haven't streamed in a little while. How is my chat doing? How's the chat doing right now? Finally a live stream, yeah. I mean, listen, when you got something like this, I'll go live. I was gonna do a live stream even before Musk put out that the post about Epstein. Which of course you know what it insinuates. It insinuates that Trump's a pedo. That's what it does. And so Musk can play dumb about it, but that's exactly what it insinuates. It's very anonymous. It's ooh, he might be involved, and so of course liberals are gonna paint the narrative that it's really bad, and you just know exactly what it is. How's the Epstein coin doing? Dude, I got a notification. You know, it boomed, like it did a 10x. I wasn't in it though, but I think it's back down now. It went from like 80K to 800K. And I was like, wait, why did this happen? And then I saw, oh, it's because I originally thought the files had been released or something because I saw the coin update and I was like, wow, the coin went up 100x or 1,000%, excuse me. So I thought that it was doing well. Like, look at this. This is like middle school stuff. Is it time to create a new political party that represents the 80% in the middle? We're all just moderates at the end of the day, right? It's just like a third grader thinks of these types of things. Like, seriously, dude, they create a new party. Oh, yeah. Do you think this is a big deal? I mean, bringing up the... Originally, I wasn't taking it seriously because it's Elon, and he had a very similar crash out with the H1B. But this is like, now you're going to bring up the Epstein stuff. We know what that insinuates, and you could say, well, there'll be a phone call tomorrow. They'll work it out. You never know with these guys. There's with Musk, it's mood swings, it's bipolar disorder, whatever it is. I don't know. I mean, how do you like? And now he's talking about the tariffs are bad, and it's like, dude, come on. You were just saying how great it was 3 days ago. Now you say it's terrible. Like, how does anyone take what Musk says seriously when he does this? Musk's whole post. What does it say? Musk's whole post about not even seeing the bill doesn't really track when he's complaining about the Yeah, no, that made no sense. Dude, I read that when I was doing one of my videos. I was like, I was trying to understand what he was even saying. He's like, I never read the bill. Dude, well, you're not going to read 100% of every single fragment word in the bill, but obviously you have an understanding of the bill. You were in the administration when the bill was being developed. Now you're saying you don't know what the bill is, and they just sprung it on you randomly. But it's like there was this period in between to where the bill was going through the initial House committee, and then it went to the Senate, and then Musk goes crazy after everyone was already talking about the bill for like 3 weeks. There was no... And maybe it was Musk waiting to be out of the... But I don't know, man. You hear about Musk's black eye now. I don't know if you guys have heard that. Steve Bannon said that Scott Bessent, like, punched him in the face. Hate to see Musk become like this. Yeah, but with Musk, it's like a pattern at this point. He just does these things. Remember he said, fuck yourself in the face when he's like, oh, we don't want slave migrants to come in and take American jobs. Fuck yourself in the face. Okay. Really, dude? This is what we're dealing with? Show the Ashley St. Clair post. Hilarious to see. The second people start turning on Musk, Ashley St. Clair has to come. Just like immediate, just almost like a fucking alarm. She's like, this is my chance to get back in the good graces of the political right. So she puts out, and I guess it's like a funny post or whatever, because Trump is having his breakup with Musk. But it's like, there's always this opportunist you got to deal with these people. She's an opportunist. You heard Bessent gave him a lot. Yeah, that's what I heard too. That's what Bannon said. Elon is contradicting himself. Why does he endorse Trump's executive actions, then suddenly make it all about the national debt? No, you want to know a word that could be described this behavior? He's erotic. He's completely erotic. Musk was like all in on Trump, and there was nothing wrong. And then immediately, this bill sucks. It's the worst thing ever. You are connected to Epstein. And he's insinuating that Trump went to the island because that's what it is. You don't put out that post after feuding with someone for a day and saying that, and we know what it insinuates. I mean, come on. Vance once compared Trump to Hitler. Elon and Trump will resolve their issues. Yeah, but the Vance thing was more. I mean, the Vance thing was over multiple years. But yeah, I mean, there could be a phone call tomorrow to where this all works out. You know, you never really know. That's probably what it's going to be. Because what is Musk going to do? Musk is exiled. I mean, was the left going to take Musk back? I don't see it, and I don't see Musk really going back there. Something feels off about this argument. Could it be all part of a plan for something bigger? Yeah, but I don't think he would insinuate that he went to Epstein's island. That's a horrible look for Trump. Because obviously people think Musk knows things within the government that other people don't know. So if he insinuates that, people think there's going to be some truth to it. So, I mean, I understand. And that's kind of like some people are saying, well, no, this is a fake argument. But I mean, why would he insinuate that? Because that's going to make Trump look real bad. The Trump tariffs will cause a recession in the second half of the year. Okay, man. 4% growth rate quarter 2, they're going to cause a recession after we work out the trade deals for sure. Trump wouldn't have won the election without Elon. Yeah, I don't agree. So you think Kamala Harris would have beaten Trump? I don't agree with that at all. It's like these people, they don't really realize how bad the liberal candidate was. Yeah, you think Kamala Harris would have won. All right. It's like this new narrative with Musk. Kamala Harris got more money than Trump did, even with Musk's 250 million. And by the way, Zuckerberg gave more in 2020. They don't talk about that. They act like Musk just gave like an unlimited amount of money because the way they format it. Because Musk is the richest man in the world, so he must have given 20 gazillion dollars to Trump, and that's the only way. Yeah, I know. He basically called Trump a pedo. I don't know. That's the other thing that I was saying. That's exactly why I was saying, Gerald. That's why I was saying it doesn't, like, if they were doing this as a setup. We know what he's insinuating. When you're feuding with someone and you said he's in the Epstein files, what do you think people are gonna think about that? Come on. Put pressure on Elon to release the whole list. Then why not? Why just out one person? Well, he said he was in the files. He didn't say he was on the list. It's different because the files are a lot bigger, a lot more encompassing. When it comes to the list of like the island visitors, I mean, Trump technically is on the. Trump used the plane, but it wasn't to the island. That's what people are arguing. But I mean, a lot of people use the plane just as I mean, Epstein was a really wealthy person. He had a lot of connections. So I mean, and Trump to me, I think realizes no matter what, if you release that and there's any involvement from him, it's horrible publicity. So that would be why Trump would say, no, I don't want to be involved. But that's a big leap to go from Trump taking the plane a few times to what Musk is insinuating. To where if you're in an argument with someone and you say that, obviously people are immediately going to think he went to the island and participated in those behaviors. So we're not stupid. Elon and his H1B. Well, now it's the same people. It's the same people coming to the forefront, supporting Musk for this as well. Let's see. This is it right here. Sean, thank you for that. Elon had his kids around Trump. Elon is hurt. Trump didn't give him enough power and influence. He's in an autistic rage. Yeah, I mean, I think Elon was also pissed about Doge being a failure. That has to be some of it. And I agree with Musk, but it's like, why is there this huge fixation? Like, did we not realize we were in $2 trillion of debt? Uh, I've said it. Everyone says it so many times. I say the interest payment is $1 trillion all the time in my videos. It's like we didn't just realize this yesterday, dude. You really think we're gonna pass $1 trillion in cuts? You're retardio. That's not how the U.S. government works. I definitely believe Trump was on the island. It makes perfect sense now that I remember how Trump played dumb was he was told that Epstein had been taken offline. He acted like he didn't even know him. I mean, I appreciate the $10 donation. That's a retarded statement. Why would, dude, this is the thing. And I tweeted this out. You understand, if liberals had control of the executive branch for 4 years, it was blatantly obvious for over a year that Trump was going to be the Republican nominee. Many liberals think Trump is the American Hitler. That's not hyperbole. They think that. They genuinely think he's that bad. If Trump actually went to the island, that would ruin his entire life. And the liberals could out it. But you're going to tell me because, oh, it's also going to be Bill Clinton went and all these. They don't give a fuck. You don't think they would have outed Trump? Seriously? Come on. You don't think someone within the Democratic Party would have outed Trump? I just find it extremely, extremely hard to believe. If they hate this dude this much, that they'll do all of the court cases and elevating 34 misdemeanors, and they've got the golden goose in their hands. Trump going to Epstein Island. They're the executive branch. They could leak. They could leak even just Trump, and they're not going to do it because Bill Clinton would be involved and other Democrats would be involved. But Trump, who they think is like the worst person in history who could be president again. It was blatantly obvious Trump was going to win the Republican nomination for months. I mean, that's just, I can't believe that. You need to do some critical thinking. How likely is it that this Trump Elon beef is a put on? I don't think it's very likely, man. I mean, I just said because it's like he insinuated he's a PETA. He went to the island. I mean, is that really? But the thing is, it doesn't track why Elon would even do that. It didn't seem like it was that big of a. He was angry because the bill had too much pork in it. Like, so then how do we go from that to level 1,000 in terms of like ratcheting it up? So I don't really understand it. Has James Lindsay said anything? He blocked me. I don't know, man. I mean, you could use a burner account and look. But James Lindsay started, what was he, the woke right guy? Juan, what's up, man? Off topic, did you hear that the owner of the soccer team in Chicago, $600 million, his own money for a new stadium on 77th and the Loop in 2028? Yeah, I did hear that. You know, that's the spot that the White Sox wanted to build their new stadium. So I don't know what's going to happen to the White Sox new stadium. I know they're going to get a new owner as well. I got to do a video on the White Sox. Sean, what's up? The whale. It's been a little while. Yeah, it's been a little while for a stream. Trump is either blackmailed, which is why Trump banned Jeffrey, or something happened, so Trump is tearing it all down and he is bringing everyone involved with him, or Trump is clean. Yeah, I mean, if Trump wasn't clean, if he was extremely dirty, they would have outed it. You know what an October surprise is. Like, Trump just went through a vetting process by the Democrats. He went through a vetting process in 2024. He went through a vetting process in 2020. He went through a vetting process in 2016, and they never outed that, really? Oh, because they're all involved? You think they give a fuck with how badly they talk about Trump? I mean, their whole October surprise was that Trump said something about his generals being like Hitler's generals. They got nothing. Elon attacked Trump Biggest bill, most importantly, bill for second term, calling it disgusting pork filled, but I guess Trump is wrong here. Well, I mean, he obviously doesn't like the bill. I can understand the bill being. I thought this military spending was a bit much. End wars, mass deportation, drilling, Epstein files, fixed budget, cheaper prices, jobs. Where's the winning? Well, it's a little bit more complicated than that. You can't just snap your fingers and end wars, brother. Young Turks pro Elon. All liberals are going to be pro Elon, 100%. You don't understand Musk. He said many times that EV incentive should be scrapped. This is about U.S. bankruptcy. So it's about U.S. bankruptcy, but he waits like 3 weeks before he mentions anything about how he doesn't like the bill. Then he goes from 0 to 100 and insinuates Trump was on Epstein's island. I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't think Musk is the easiest person to understand. Did you see Alex Jones siding with Musk? I didn't see that, but Alex owes a lot to Musk because he let him back on and gave him a mainstream platform. We have to keep up arms race with Russia. Is that a joke? Now we spend 10 times more than Russia, man. Honestly, Musk's last two reposts almost look like he's trying to warm up to Trump again, trying to come up with a compromise within the bill. Well, look, the thing with the bill that we have to, but like, why is there all this other stuff then? I mean, is it really necessary to bring up the other stuff? If we can, there's already going to be compromises. Trump had said even before Musk had this crash out, when it went to the Senate, after it passed the first round of the House, Trump said the senators are going to look at, and I agree, I think there should be some things that are changed. And the senators were going to do some cuts. But are they going to do cuts that really affect the numbers? Because the forecasts are all based on the amount of taxes we're going to lose in terms of revenue. That's US revenue. If we don't tax people, we lose revenue. And so that potentially will increase the debt. That's what those projections are based off of. But we're not. It's not like we're going to stop the tax. Trump's campaign promise was to expand the tax cuts. He already put in big tax. I mean, listen, and I don't know if we're in the business to expand tax cuts when we already have a $2 trillion deficit. But this is what Trump had promised. So you want him to just go back on his one of his top like core 2 or 3 promises along with the border? I mean, it's just not going to happen. But I mean, but there's this other stuff is not necessary. What Musk is doing here, because the left will just eat it and. Graham's treasonous actions on Ukraine out of the picture. Yeah, what we're visiting Zelensky? Is that what you're talking about? I haven't really seen what's happened with Lindsey Graham, honestly. I just saw he visited with Zelensky and said that they were going to supply Ukraine or something. I don't know, man. That war has turned into a complete mess. It always was kind of a mess, but now it's just spiraling out of control. Russia had that, or Ukraine had that huge drone attack. You know what Putin said? He said, "Oh yeah, we're going to respond. We're just waiting for the right time." That's what Putin said. So there's going to be some major onslaught by the Russians against. There's going to be a huge offensive, I'm guessing, against Ukraine. I mean, now they feel they're justified after that those drone strikes onto their bombers. Have you seen the videos of that? I was seeing videos on New York Times of that. They just perfectly good bombers just getting destroyed by drones on the tarmac. Trump is very measured compared to 2017. If this was Trump 1.0, he'd make Musk cry. Yeah, I mean, they asked him. It was like in a. I don't know if I have this. Here it is.
Yes. Yes. We're going to have a little discussion now, very private. And I just want to thank you all for being here. And thank you very much, media. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, any response to Elon Musk claiming about the Epstein files?
Mr. President. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Good job.
Washington Post actually censored you and deleted your comment on a video after explaining why Trump imposed a travel ban on countries. Yeah, they got angry about that travel ban. It's a good thing. Are you in the Carolinas? No, I'm not. I'm not from South Carolina. Told you Elon and Trump would break up. There was no compatibility. Elon was only there to deregulate for his companies. Yeah, but like, why does there have to be this just insane rift? I mean, that's why people were talking about the EV mandates, because what else would it be, really? Oh, he's this obsessed with limiting the debt. Well, then why wasn't there a bigger push before this bill even came in? And then he says he never saw the bill. Really? That's got to be a lie. He acts like they just randomly made this bill up out of thin air, and it took like 3 hours at midnight. That's what Musk is basically saying. Like, you didn't see this bill at all? Come on. There's either something that happened within the past, like, I mean, why did Musk have that black eye? You're partially convinced that Elon somehow got hacked? Come on. Elon got hacked on his own site. No, come on. This is something that Elon would do. I mean, we've seen it before. So with the Elon, yeah, I see him. This doesn't bother me. Does anyone think this feud is some ploy to bait the Democrats for some purpose, or is it a legitimate beef in which Democrats will enjoy? I think it's a legitimate beef. Why would Musk insinuate Trump went to Epstein's island? You know that's a terrible look for Trump. If they were doing this as a bait and switch, I just don't see it. I mean, that comments, I've seen that 100 times in the chat, that it's some fake thing and it's not real. And I understand why people would say that, because it's an insane overreaction by Musk over a bill. Like, dude, he went from like 0 to 1 million in a second. But we have seen Musk do similar things like this with the H-1B situation. At that point, Trump kind of supported Musk, though, and even the right-wing people were against the H-1Bs. Trump looks healthy. Yeah, Trump, he's lost some weight. How's it going, DJ? Long time no stream. Been liking the variety of videos. Yeah, I got to do some more 9/11 videos for sure. It's only been like a week since I streamed, I think. No, I don't think it's staged. You think it's all staged so Elon can go back to his normal life and Dems will leave him alone because he's no longer pro-Trump? Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't think that's it, but I understand that Musk and his company suffered. But you're going to suffer. Musk had to have known that if you pick a side politically, your companies are going to suffer. Half the people are going to be angry. And he went hard, pro-Trump. So he had to know that already going into it. But I don't know if he thought that his I mean, they had like domestic terrorism against Tesla. But that's what these liberals do, and they get away with it. No, the media treats them. The media treats liberals with kid gloves. They can just go firebomb places. They don't say anything about it. They're like, well, Musk deserved it because he's big, bad, and rich, and so he can deal with it. Your crypto and Tesla stuff, dude. My crypto got destroyed. What, because of this? I was like, this is absurd. Why are all my coins down because of this spat? Is that really why? I feel like there's no way. Super awesome stuff. Yeah, I think Musk. I think Musk is real angry at how the government is run, and he got shut down with Doge. That is true. Deport Musk. I've seen that. Everyone's saying it's staged is in denial. I know. Why would Musk go there if it was staged? To the Epstein stuff, really? They're gonna use. Liberals are gonna have a field day with that. Musk is not very smart with politics. Well, he just rages constantly. Musk can't keep his emotions in check. This is 2 times now. This is 2 times with the Trump people we've dealt with this with Musk. I mean, it's. Did you see the TMZ documentary about the fifth plane? Yeah, I'm gonna do a video on that, man. Somebody was telling me to do a video on that. I'm gonna do a video about that, the fifth plane. So we forgot about the Cutter plane. Well, I mean, you could say we forgot about Greenland. You could say we forgot about the Panama Canal. The media, it works in cycles, man. We're not going to talk about everything every single day. What does the crown #2 next to some people's meat? I hate it. I don't know what it is. I don't know why they installed it. I hate that thing. It's a distraction. I don't know why that's there. It's some community tier list or something. I don't know. Ashley St. Clair immediately. Did Musk seriously take Ashley St. Clair's checkmark away? Let me know if you need any breakup advice. Is it time to create a new political party in America that actually... I mean, no, dude. Just stop. I mean, this is like a third grade level. Do you think Musk may actually be on drugs? I mean, didn't he admit to something like ketamine? I don't know, man. It's not even about the drugs with Musk. He says he takes stuff as stimulants and they're prescribed. He says, I don't. It doesn't even matter. It's just how he's acting, whether he's on something or not. Bannon went off on Musk. I'm sure Bannon has hated Musk. Trump took Musk in, and Bannon didn't like it, and he probably felt betrayed by Trump a little bit, and so this is a good moment for him. Has Elon even seen the files for himself? How would he know if Trump was on them? Well, I mean, dude, if you're Musk and you're the richest man in the United States and you're within the government, obviously there's things that he's gonna know that, like, it doesn't really surprise me if he knows things about that. Honestly, let's be real. It would make sense if he knew something about that. But it's like when you say he's in the files. I mean, there's pictures of Trump and Epstein. This is not like it's breaking or brand new stuff. Why do you think people are so desperate to believe all conspiracy theories? Yeah, I think the conspiracy stuff has gotten out of control, i.e. Epstein. Well, the Epstein one is... Have you guys seen that? I forgot to... I mean, because I haven't been doing streams, but I wanted to talk about that, and there's just I didn't do a video. How about Bongino and Patel coming out and like, oh, I did talk about that, just towing the government line, and no, he killed himself. Like, seriously, were we born yesterday? But it's like they switch immediately. They get in, they switch. Bongino said he had proof, but he didn't have video of it. He said we have video. I think he was insinuating we have video of Epstein before it happened, which is not going to do anything. Nobody's really going to believe that if that's what it is. Did you see Kanye tweet about the situation? I think he said like he just wanted them to be friends or something. What does this all mean? Why is this happening? And why are people saying it's a distraction? I think people are saying it's a distraction. It's a bit of cope. This is not, it's not great for the administration, but it's like, it's kind of a non-story depending. We'll see what this. Thank you for the $5 Canadian, Gary. You're right. I think it's because Musk has autism and he lacks emotional control and can't keep his reactions measured. Only way this makes sense. But it's just this weird mood swing behavior. With Musk, it's 0 to 100 within. But remember when he said "fuck yourself in your face," you're you're the richest person ever. Why are you tweeting that? But I'm talking about that was the H-1B situation. But we've compared the H-1B to this. It's like this revved up Musk who just gets super aggressive and then just says, I'm going to tweet out. And what does it have? Like 100 million probably impressions now? Him saying that Trump is in the Epstein files and it's going to come out. I mean, without me, you would have lost the election. I disagree with that. Going back to Trump tweets from 2012. Trump saying he's very disappointed with Elon. This was with his meeting and earlier in the White House with the German chancellor. I think it's as you said, Musk is just saying he's in the files because he probably is in the files. Everything about Epstein. Exactly. No, exactly. 100%. But we already knew a lot of the Trump stuff with Epstein. But we know what Musk is insinuating when he says that. When you're feuding with someone and you say that, they'll immediately say, "Oh, so Musk is basically saying he went to the island." 100%. That's what people are saying. So, and Trump obviously is not going to like that. I mean, that's. So now Trump might be forced to release it. I don't know. They're gonna have to do something about it because it's just gonna make it. And if Trump doesn't release anything on the Epstein files, it's only gonna incriminate Trump even more. But I think with the Trump, it's like I don't have control over that. That's what he's gonna say. How about Poland electing a conservative president? He was down in the polls heavy. Yeah, I saw that. That was impressive. Good, yeah, good for Poland. Elon went full drudge. RJ Ryan, thank you for that. Any new Musk tweets? Probably should just update the Musk stuff. Retweets. Hate that this needs to be clarified. No, Elon did not criticize Trump personally first. Trump criticized Elon first. Elon criticized Trump's bill first. Trump commented on like what is no, I mean Musk has heavily been attacked. No. This dude is seriously gonna sit here and insinuate that Trump's the aggressor. Trump has done barely anything to Musk throughout this entire ordeal. He said, I mean, he keeps bad-mouthing my bill. Listen, it takes a lot to pass this. We have to appease a lot of people. It can't be perfect. Musk needs to wake up. That's basically what he said, and then Musk gets angry about that. Musk was crying on X all of yesterday. Trump didn't say anything. And now Musk's orbiters are saying that, oh, it's really Trump. Now Musk is playing the victim after accusing Trump of being with Epstein. This is just insane. Thoughts on Steve Bannon calling Trump to deport Musk to South Africa? Well, no, I mean, doesn't Musk qualify for refugee status if he gets deported to South Africa? He'd come right back. He'd get refugee status. The white South Africans. I'm just joking. You have 120 followers and you think they're all bots. You doubt how much influence he has. Oh, it's dude. You want to know how bad X is? X is polluted with all bots. It's so hard to use. Look at some of these people. You know how many people buy likes on X? It's blatantly obvious. And now you can't even check the people who liked the post. That's a huge thing. You know, that happens a lot with the liberal influencers. But I see some of these people, the amount of likes they get compared to the replies, it's all bots. It's pathetic, you know. This has got to be a stunt. No way. Just a few days after he leaves, he criticizes Trump. Sure, his criticism of him is valid, but the extra is surely a stunt. No, I don't think it. Musk is just crashes out, dude. He does. Why would Musk insinuate this? But I mean, I'm not saying that it can't be repaired because this is how Musk is. They could have a phone call. You know, you really think this will be resolved with like a phone call or something, but I'd be surprised if I mean, I could understand it being a stunt if Musk didn't insinuate that Trump went to Epstein Island. But what'll probably happen is they'll have a phone call or something. Musk just assumed everything would be completely his way with the budget. He does not understand how DC works. Well, he evidently doesn't understand how a bill passes through Congress either. Why did he wait until after it passed initially? Like this has been a story, the big beautiful bill. It's been a story for a month. So why is there this sudden just like, oh, wait a second. This is the worst thing in history. We have to out Trump now. Epstein back down to 200K. I know, dude, but I could have made like a 12x off of that when it was up to, what did it go to 800? Yeah, but I mean, maybe it'll go back up if they actually, Trump might be forced to release it. Oh, no, you're absolutely right. That's been my argument the whole time. Dude, that's why I tweeted that out, because the dumbass liberals always respond the same thing. Well, we didn't want to out Bill Clinton and other big Dems. You think they give a fuck about that? Trump's about to win an election. If you really think Trump is this horrible figure that, I mean, these people genuinely believe Trump is a fascist and he would destroy democracy, and they said there wasn't going to be another election. And it's not a hyperbole. They believe that they genuinely believe when Trump got in, if he won, which he did, there's not going to be another U.S. election ever. So but because Bill Clinton is going to be outed on the list, we can't release this big bombshell. Okay. Why didn't you hold the Epstein coin after all the talking about it? I did hold it, and then I sold it. I held it back when I used to stream. The salute was definitely on purpose. Well, Musk likes to troll. He wanted to see what he could get away with. And he had the plausible deniability of the Roman salute. Thoughts on the Genius bill? Is that the crypto stablecoin? But I don't think that is that. I don't know what it is. I know there's a crypto stablecoin bill though. How much you want to bet this time next week Elon loves Trump again? Yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm about to tweet out Musk and Trump are gonna have a phone call tomorrow and they'll be friends again or something. But I mean, what he said was just. But with Musk, it's they're gonna. What'll probably happen is they were already going to make some changes. The senators were gonna make some changes, so there'll be some changes. They'll cut out some stuff, not much though. But it's not even what they cut out. The reason that we're projected to be in more debt is because of the tax cuts. Thomas Massey grifting off of this. Oh, Thomas Massey needs to. We need to bring Israel into this somehow. Bring Israel into it. Epstein, Israel. Anyone? Epstein controls. Israel controls Trump. Maybe you could bring. Maybe Massey can bring that into it and then raise money off of it. You got to bring Israel into it. Bring Israel into it. Come on, chat. Israel connection. Yep. Based. Rand Paul and MTG are the worst. Well, how about MTG admitting she didn't read the bill? And then, of course, that's just going to give liberals like the opportunity to dunk on her. She's like, I actually didn't read the bill, but I don't support this. Because Trump wants like the AI to be regulated and controlled federally, and she's like, I don't support that. I forgot to read this. Oh, MTG. Didn't Trump literally ban Epstein from Mar-a-Lago after Epstein made a predatory comment? No, he did absolutely ban him, but it's not good enough for these people. But then it's like, wow, Trump's going to show up in a file that he banned Epstein, and that's bad, apparently. So see how Musk is trying to twist it by not giving a lot of information? Am I sponsored by APAC? Yeah, I got like a freaking Charlie Kirk like fucking gave me a PayPal, like he Venmo'd me like $30,000, so I'm extremely happy. You like how people are saying the bill is not what we voted for, even though it's most of what we voted for? I know they have to do the tax cuts. What do you like? It's tax cuts. That's what the bill is. It's tax, and also there's a lot of other stuff. There's good stuff on it. Like I think the Golden Dome is good. I think the refinement is good for the minerals. That's another $15 billion investment into that. I mean, there's spending on it. The idea that Trump wouldn't have won without Elon is the biggest bullshit you've ever heard. Trump was winning with or without Elon. But wait, they think that Kamala would have won. Yeah, I know. It's just cope from Musk and his supporters and then the libs. But this is the other thing. The Democrats got more money than the Republicans from big donors in the 2024 campaign. So how do you explain that? Make a video about the new 9/11 allegations. I don't know. I never seen those. I'll have to look it up if there's new 9/11 stuff. What is it on the fifth plane? Is that what other people were saying? Thoughts on Aaron Rodgers signing with the Steelers? It was obvious. What else were the Steelers going to do? Go with Mason Rudolph? But Rodgers is nothing anymore, man. I don't think the Steelers are going to do very well. Rodgers is too old. Talk about the whole... I don't know what you're talking about with Charlie Kirk's tweet, man. Something with Muslim people. I don't know. I never seen it. There's got to be a deeper reason for all of this. No, I agree. I mean, I think it's a ridiculous reaction to just what we were being told, at least at the public level. Elon's stance is principled. Trump's stance is practical. That seems like actually Musk retweeted that. Oh. Elon is in a lose-lose situation. If he doesn't dial it down, GOP won't support him, and Dems won't either. As for Tesla board, they probably would vote him out if this gets bad. Yeah, I mean, I don't see him. I don't see the Dems latching back onto him. He's too far gone in MAGA world. He supported Trump and gave too much money to Trump and campaigned for Trump. That's why you wonder if this gets resolved somehow. Because I can't see the liberal. I mean, unless they just say he's too. But how would Musk even repair that with the liberals? Even if you don't agree with Trump, why throw a tantrum on Twitter? Because he has like a bipolar disorder and he's obsessed with attention. I mean, that's really what it is. This is a grown man doing this. I mean, they say Trump is like a baby, and I say Trump. Some of the stuff that he says on Truth Social when he goes after reporters, it's not necessary. But this is like, really, you spent all this time campaigning for this dude. He puts out the bill comes out. You've seen it. Now you're gonna play dumb and say I never saw it, and you're gonna do all of this. Come on. This is good news. Discounted stocks in BTC. Buy soon. Now, I mean, it's not going to have that big of an effect. It's not like the tariffs. At least conservatives won't be burning down Tesla and Tesla dealerships, right? Well, it's different when Democrats do it. They just allow the Democrats to do it. It's like, you know how these liberals get away with it. But if conservatives do any type of thing like that towards even 1/10 of the political violence, it's like the worst thing in history. Thoughts on the torpedo bat? Isn't it a non-story now? I don't think it really helps very much. This is almost as crazy as when Trump got shot. Ah, no. That was 100 times more crazier than this. This is just like a social media, yeah, like someone said, seventh grade argument. You saw a ginger, it was reminded you of me. Wow. Elon says he never saw the bill, yet he said it's full of pork and undermines Doge. Bizarre. Yeah, he's all over the place. Of course he saw the bill. He was in the administration when the bill was going through the initial process of even being developed and created. Because he thought he would be part of the big bill and they cut out EVs apparently. Yeah, but the Musk people are saying that's not true. That Musk is all right with the EVs subsidies going. I don't know. I could understand. That's what Axios reported as well. They said that he really didn't like that either. 5 years, still no BLM arrests. When are we getting them? Well, you're racist if you arrest any of those people. You understand that, right? That's a known fact. That's how it was. That's what Dem mayors would say. You can't arrest any of these people. You're racist. Look at what they're marching for. Vladimir Putin offered to negotiate a peace deal between President Trump and Elon Musk. Dude, you should tweet that out. Tweet that out, bro. Well, I don't know how big your X account is, but that's a funny thing. Charlie Kirk thinks, yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. I think they're still, I think Musk and Trump will have a phone call and they'll be okay, but I mean, we'll see what happens. Musk is just, it's hard to predict. Elon's only recovery is to publicly apologize and announce he's admitting himself into rehab. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. He should apologize, though. Tesla minus 16% today. Yeah, it's like the whole all of the markets are down because of this, believe it or not. I thought it didn't have an effect, but even with crypto, it has a big effect. This argument. They fell out before, you remember? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is there's been situations to where Musk has been on the outs to a degree and it's been all right. But this seems a little bit different because this is directly with Trump. Like the H-1B thing was against more just right wingers. Trump was kind of with Musk but didn't want to say anything about it because Trump had used the H-1Bs to his benefit. I mean, all these rich people do. It's exploiting cheap labor. Do you think he's actually on ketamine? I mean, I don't comment. I mean, didn't he admit he was on some prescription or something? I don't know. I don't know about his usage on that stuff, but this behavior is just it's strange. It's people selling crypto to buy the dip on Tesla. Well, then Tesla would be up if they were buying it, Tesla. Lex Friedman calls for Trump and Musk to do a podcast together. Yeah, of course he wants to host it, I'm sure. There's too many videos of him completely spaced out. Yeah, did you see the video of him being honored by Trump with the key to the White House and he's just completely zooted? Expect a Joe Rogan episode with Elon soon. I mean, it hasn't been played out before with Rogan. How many times does Rogan have to have the same people on? No, I mean, I guess with Elon, you could do it and it'd be interesting. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he has to say about Trump and what's happening. But didn't he just have Elon on? He's had Elon on like 5 times at this point. See CNN's interview with Tim Dillon. I mean, I didn't think he did Xanax, but I don't know. I did see some of the interview. It was weird, like hour long. I don't know if CNN's gonna start doing that format. Bitcoin's still over 100K. Yeah, and Bitcoin's been holding up well. Makes you lose respect for Elon. Yeah, I mean, it's a childish thing what Musk is doing here. It really is. It's just Piers Morgan wants to host Elon-Trump beef. This is what you get now with the modern social media landscape. It's all these pick me podcasters. Oh, I'll do it. I'll do it. So it's all the clout now, and it's grown ass men. I want the clout. I want the clout. You guess Flight 9 was the last star. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's fake. I don't think they're going to pull SpaceX or anything. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what the extent is of how bad their relationship has been damaged, but I kind of feel like it might be paused, but then they'll be a repairing of the relationship, but who knows? Don't see how anyone besides H-1B orbiters any GOP can support the Elon crash out. Yeah, it's just Elon reply people, propagandists who get money from the X and liberals that support him with something like this. Seriously feel like the meltdown should not have been done over social media. Feels like a Democrat liberal move, not us. If there was a disagreement or concern, there's a way to say it. I mean, it doesn't surprise me, though. I mean, if we're talking about social media, the Republicans, they've been a lot. We with Trump, we've been a lot more childlike. If we're gonna be fair about it, not that I really give a shit, but 4 million people who saw his poll, over 80% think it's time for a new government. Yeah, half those people are not even American voting in that. You know that. But I mean, even people always say they want a third party, and then they never vote for a third party. There's no way, especially with this current landscape, when you've got a ridiculously divided electorate to where it's either Democrat, Republican, nothing in between. You've got so many Democrats now to where if there's somebody that says I'm a little bit independent, they'll say, "Well, you're racist, right wing." How can that really? It doesn't really foster a third party type. And that's why there's not even close to a third party right now, because there's really not like any type of moderate group just gets hated on by either side. So I mean, at some point maybe it'll come, but And Republicans and Democrats, the amount of funding that they get and how it's set up as a two-party system, it's impossible to break right now. Any chance Putin goes nuclear on Ukraine? Well, there's going to be a huge response. Putin said they're waiting for the right time. They did a huge drone attack on their bombers that were just sitting on tarmacs. I mean, have you seen the videos of that? It's insane. Yeah, there's going to be a big attack. It's not going to be nuclear, though. He did a poll with his own account, only 76% supporting him creating a new party when 60% of the users being bots. Yeah, or not American. Do you think they are hiding things in the Epstein files about Trump? Well, any relation Trump has to the files is going to be horrible pressure for Trump. We know Trump had a prior relationship with Epstein, but we don't think it's to the extent that liberals will make it out to be. Obviously, they obviously had some type of relationship. But it's Trump kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago. Trump flew on the plane when Epstein wasn't on it. There's no record of him going to the island. They've released different flight logs that have been unconfirmed, and Trump wasn't on it, of going to the island. Trump doesn't want anything to do with the Epstein stuff. So if something comes out and there's a file to where Trump is somehow involved, but it's not, they're going to take that and run with it. That's the issue. Remember, there were rumors about Trump creating a Patriot Party shortly after his first term. Yeah, that's one of the big problems I have with these. Like the Patriot. What do you guys think? I think Patriot Party or what Patriot Front. I think that those names are so corny. To me, that's part of the problem with these parties. You have to have a really just solid name. Like Patriot to me is just corny. I don't know why. It just doesn't sound enticing. It sounds like a boomer MAGA. Is Trump screwed? No, I mean Trump's fine. I don't know. See, what are you talking about, the Epstein stuff? I don't. There's a relationship, but it's not what people are insinuating. But Trump hiding the files due to his involvement, not a good look, though, if he wasn't involved in any criminal activity. Yeah, but you have to understand, any publicity with that is just... But I know what you're saying. It's like this line. I mean, if there's no criminal activity with Trump, but then you understand what people will do. If Trump releases certain things, and there's all these bombshells, and then there's a few things with Trump, but there's nothing bad, then people say, oh, he's just withholding the Trump stuff because it's his administration. I don't think there's really much of a way Trump can win with these Epstein files. The only way for him to win was to go back to the 90s and not be involved with Epstein. Bull Moose, I know that was a good name. Tesla dropped 15% today. Yeah, I mean, I've been hearing about it. The chat's been telling me. Elon has an America pack, so there will be an America party. Yeah, it's corny as well. I mean, they do an America party where it's moderate left, moderate right. That'll get run over. So now is the left going to be pro Elon again? No, they're not. The left is opportunistic. They understand that Musk is going at Trump, so they like anyone that goes after Trump. But that'll change within a few days. There are 20,000 tapes from the island. Do you know how long it's going to take to go through each? Well, they can all process that up with AI and identification and things like that. It's a bad day for us, but we've been through worse. Well, I mean, look, Musk is just having a crash out. That's basically what it is. We'll see what any of this other stuff is with the Epstein connection and all this, but it's bad publicity for sure. If President Trump were to release the Epstein list, then the U.S. would collapse due to all the corrupted politicians on both sides. Well, I mean, if that you're talking about the corrupted ones still in office, then maybe. If there's a lot of them involved. Elon has called for Trump's impeachment, kind of. He said that he agreed with a tweet. That's it, I think. Trump should be impeached and JD Vance should replace him. Musk says yes. But I mean, this is like Musk doing one of those low effort replies. It's like, I mean, but it is still pretty crazy that he says that. They literally could have just redacted Bill Clinton's name and showed Trump's. I know that it's insane to me if they would sit on that and then not use that, even with Bill Clinton going down. I mean, but again, you could even redact him to a degree because that's what they'll do. But then they had to have known if the Republicans get in, they would just outed everything. But they could have ruined Trump if that was true. Do you think there's a chance that all of this is staged to help more Dem votes for the bill? No, 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 no. For Dem votes for this bill? No, no, no. But that's you go once you get to the Epstein stuff. I don't think it's staged because Matt, thank you for that. Elon is mad the big beautiful bill will slash EV mandates. Wasn't Elon in a photo with Ghislaine Maxwell? Well, I mean, a lot of people were I mean, they were very public figures and they orbited a lot of those really rich areas. But I know what you're saying, like pot meet kettle. And with the EV stuff, I don't know if that's true or not. The Musk people say no, he's been against that. He says that he doesn't want that, and he has said in the he's like looks at his receipts and say no, I actually wanted them to be eliminated. So with the van, I don't know. I think part of it honestly is probably that with those EV or something. I don't know, but it's like why would Musk do this huge 180 this quickly? It's just insane, and now just become because the thing is it's like Musk going against this bill, I wasn't taking seriously because I was like, this is kind of, we've seen with Musk, he's a loose cannon, he'll do this. But then you bring the Epstein stuff into it, and then you talk about Trump, being impeached. It's a bit extra. Trump never personally attacked someone calling them a pedo or calling for impeachment sitting president. I know, but then they remember they're trying to blame Trump. His orbiters are. Musk might Musk thought it wouldn't pass. Maybe he doesn't want to be responsible. The bill pass? But this is just a ridiculous reaction. It's not a correct reaction to a spending bill going through or not. You could say, well, there's something behind the scenes. There's something behind the scenes with Musk in terms of his just something, I don't know, just stability in general. Musk reply guys are the worst. Yeah, I mean, you know what Musk used to do with like women? He'd give them extra money. He just gave women like an extra $12,000 every 2 weeks. Like these chicks tweet out, they fucking tweet and they get $23,000 every 2 weeks. And then Musk says, "You want to have my baby?" Okay, man. Did Vance had a tweet? Damn, I thought it was gonna actually be, dude. I thought he was gonna say something of it's just like a joke tweet. I thought it was gonna be something. People dooming today didn't live through January 6th. Oh man. Saying you go to Mars is cringe. Earth is gorgeous. Well, I mean, that's pretty sweet though, going to Mars, to be fair. But I mean, Musk wants to be like this god figure, so he says that that's the way to do it. You know, he's obsessed with himself, he's obsessed with his legacy, and so he needs to make it the human species multi-planetary. That's what he says. Do you think JD is a good candidate for 2028? Well, I think Vance is by far the. I mean, him being, I've seen some polls where there's some concern with Vance not carrying the support that Trump has, but it's way too early. But I mean, Vance is the heavy favorite to be the Republican choice, and really, it's like people say, well, it's because of Vance's donors. Well, no, this is normally how it works when you talk about someone like Vance, who is the VP, is young. They're normally next in line. This is just a typical thing you see. Vance keeping it neutral tells everything about Elon's influence in 2028. Yeah, but Vance cannot keep it neutral for long. Maybe he's hoping that Musk has an apology or comes to better. But Vance is going to have to choose Trump at some point if we're talking about this being a longer feud. Well, you're saying Musk is going to have a big influence. And so, yeah, did you see what Musk said? Musk said Trump's really old, but, it's these fucking billionaires who think they're gods. They literally, they do, because Musk, with his money, he thinks, and liberals tell him he influenced the election and he's the only reason Trump won, and so he listens to it. And so he thinks he can hold the Republican Party hostage, basically. Well, this kind of proves Trump can't be bought by anyone. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the richest man in the world. The thing is with Trump is he will accept things, but he's even sporadic about really like, even getting that Qatar plane. Is he really going to do much for them other than give them like deals? I don't. It's just, to me, it's just like Trump will accept gifts, but then he won't really do anything in return, which I guess is good for the country. You don't want him to be compromised. Does Joe Rogan side with Musk or Trump? Probably Musk with Rogan. Rogan is he's obsessed with Musk, and he sees himself more as an independent, anyways. Russia attacked Kiev. That's a troll. There's no going back for Musk after bringing up the Epstein stuff. It's nuclear. No, I agree. That's why I said it couldn't be a troll and it couldn't be something that they were doing as a front. Yeah, guys, I think Rogan will side with Musk. Russia said they would retaliate. Oh, I know they did. They said they were waiting for the right time. Of course, they were going to retaliate to that. That was a large scale drone attack in multiple different areas of Russia. Vance is a wolf in sheep's clothing. He's a globalist that had severe TDS and all of a sudden flipped to MAGA after Peter Thiel gave him $15 billion to fund $15 million. $15 billion would be a lot for a Senate campaign. Yeah, but Vance didn't even do well. He barely won Ohio in 2022 if you look at his Senate race. But look, Vance is an up-and-coming politician. Whether or not he will be, like, I've seen some polls to where he doesn't look very good, but look, it's too early. Do you think China has something to do with the situation with Musk and the EV batteries with China meeting coming up? Probably not. With Musk and Trump, probably not. No, there is influence with what China is doing. You know, China is limiting minerals from entering the United States. They're restricting us. They have a full monopoly on it. Vance speaks out against the bill. Trump fires him, and Elon hires Vance for America Party 2028, calling it. I mean, is Musk seriously? I mean, let's not go that far with Musk creating a new party. Just because he says it, he says a lot of shit. I mean, you know, I see it, you coward. I love how people think they're entitled to a reply from me. It's funny. Don Jr. 2028, please no. Not another one of these family situations. But people want it. They want Barron, but Barron wouldn't be for a while. Rubio would probably be better. Oh, you're just giving them softballs now with Rubio. No, I mean I want to see what Rubio's opinion is on Iran. I haven't even heard him say anything on it. Vance 2028 versus Rubio 2028. You think they would run against each other like Trump and DeSantis? Yeah, I think Rubio will run again. Rubio wants. I think Rubio wants to be the nominee. Um, he probably has nothing to lose either because he thinks he's going to be VP if he loses to Vance in the primaries. Watch something major happen to memory hole. This, yeah, I mean maybe. I mean it is just an argument, so it can easily be memory hold. Is Elon right about the recession this year? No, it's not logical. It doesn't make any sense. He's right. What is he saying? We're going to go through a recession with so negative GDP Q3 Q4. How do you even predict that? Especially with potential trade deals happening. It's no. He's just angry. He's angry tweeting. That's what it is. Thoughts on Kanye Musk 28? Just trolling, but imagine. Yeah, I mean Kanye will probably try again. Could Elon be shorting his own stock right now? I mean, yeah. If imagine he did it and then put the Epstein tweet out. Elon endorsed DeSantis 2024. You'll stick with DJT 2028. Yeah, he did endorse DeSantis, didn't he, early on? Well, DeSantis announced on that bad Twitter space. You remember that? Let me find a video because I gotta take a piss really quickly. We are so blessed to have President Trump. Cat turd, everyone calm down. Well, because Cat turd said it. Musk accuses Trump of Epstein link. Yeah, here it is. Some food for thought. Trump has 3.5 years left as president. I'll be around for 40 years. Musk says that. How old is Musk? Like, he's 55, I think. This was 6 days ago. All right, I'll be right back. Charlie Kirk was on Laura Ingraham. Wait, is this a real thing? This has got to be fake. Constantly high on ketamine. Yeah, that's fake. Imagine if he tweeted this. I still think Building 7 fell from a terrorist attack. Whoa, you know so much. You believe conspiracy theories? Holy shit. You're so smart. Is that what I have to say? Elon M is wrong. Trump has 8 more years, cope. What is the Steve Bannon thing? 2023. Where's the new clip?
Elon Musk is working for himself. President Trump empowered him more than anyone's ever been empowered in this government, had his back, promoted this guy. And when people like me who said, you're making a mistake, right? This is a bad guy. He's going to turn on you. He's not with us. He's also totally incompetent. And President Trump said, hey, give this guy a shot. And I trust President Trump's judgment enough to say, as people know, I backed off a little.
It's not really like that though. Give him a shot. It's the richest man in the world.
Right? Not I
It's
backed
not a
off a
random
little,
person.
but it's not about observations. As soon as he didn't think he ran the deal or got the adoration, right, that he was starting to be saying, "Where's the $1 trillion?" Right? What is this? He turned on President Trump. He turned on MAGA, but most importantly, he turned on the country and the American people. And President Trump just had enough of it. Yeah. And he forced his way back in to have like some last day. They didn't want to do that, but fine. And then as soon as President Trump comes out today, and President Trump saying it in the nicest way possible about the bill, right? The bill, bing, bang, bang. The guy gets up and starts tweeting the most vicious stuff you could tweet. So all the fanboys defend this. He accused President Trump of basically being a group with those pedophiles on the island. He called for the president to be impeached and J.D. Vance to take his role. As hard as we've worked in all the years that we've worked and this audience has worked, some punk is going to sit there and go, he should be impeached. And hey, as sure as the turning of the earth, if those progressives rub up on him and say, hey, they're never going to buy the Teslas, we're going to buy the Teslas, they rub up on him, he'll write a $500 million check for Hakeem Jeffries. He'll be across the thing looking to impeach President Trump, looking to help steal the 28 election, looking to imprison President Trump. So here's my point. Let's get ahead of it.
Trump administration should seize SpaceX tonight. Well, I mean, look, we'll see. We'll see what Musk does. I mean, it'll be a cooling off period, you'd think, and now Bannon is not presidential. He's not gonna. I mean, if he runs, I don't see him doing well, man. When's the last time you watched MSNBC? I never really watch any of that type of stuff. I don't really watch much TV anymore. Corinne Jean Pierre. I'm glad someone reminded me of that. People are like, no, she's just trying to sell her book. The previous black lesbian press secretary under the Biden administration has come out as an independent. They've lost a black lesbian press secretary. And people say, no, she's selling her book. Let me have this, please. It's just so amazing. To hell with Elon. Okay, man, we get it now. It's getting enough, man. You can go to a different stream now. You got your $1.99. Thank you for the hash brown. But it's like, she left the Democratic Party. Definitely not president. Yeah, I mean, there's no way Bannon is. Come on, guys. It'd be funny to see him on the debate stage. I'd say that. Pacers, dude. Pacers have like no chance. Well, you don't want to say that. I saw something on Polymarket. You know, OKC's got like an 86% chance. I mean, OKC's a really talented team, but it's pretty crazy. Thoughts on Elon being a potential double agent working for Russia or China behind the scenes? Definitely concerning since he has ties both to countries. No, I don't think that. Come on. Elon would go this far with the United States to be I mean, it's just. Is there a YouTube cut on the $1.99? Yeah, there is. They have to take it. They have to take like 30% of it. Bannon Ramaswamy. No, I don't think Bannon would run with Ramaswamy because of Ramaswamy's H-1B shit. Canada won last night, Stanley Cup. Let's see if there's any. I mean, I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate the $20, man. Trump 2028. We need to drain the establishment completely. It's legal and constitutional. His first term will be epic. His fourth term, I should say. Wait, what about where's his third term? Are you saying that he was robbed, so he's already had, this is his third term because he was robbed? Greta Thunberg to enter Gaza by next Friday. Israel raid Greta Thunberg's ship by Friday. Yeah, we've got some degens betting on this. Polymarket odds for Elon's party being National Socialist Party. Yeah, that's all you have to do. If somebody calls you a Nazi, just say, why do you think I'm a National Socialist? They're actually flying the MS-13 Maryland illegal back to the U.S. I didn't read that. I know they had to fly one of them back, but I think it was from a different country. It's not that illegal. Elon is dumb enough to think you could just make massive cuts to Medicaid and Social Security and not lose the midterms in 2028 and have the Democrats reverse everything he did. Well, doesn't he want to cut $1 trillion? How do you cut $1 trillion and not have a recession? But maybe they want a recession. I don't know. But I mean, it would be a big problem in terms of the midterms if you do that. You did MLB attendance a week too early. The Mariners got 200. That was not true. No, that was a report. That was false. I saw that tweet. It was not 200 people. They got like 5,000 in that game. I mean, come on. Do we really need these trolls? Why do we need trolls? Let's just give me some good entertainment. We don't need this. I see my mod is deleting stuff. I mean, I appreciate my mod for forcing me to have to delete this shit. Bitcoin bonds are the only way. Yeah, the ETF. Yeah, we need Bitcoin infused into the economy. It's the only thing. I mean, it is the ultimate. Bitcoin does not. It cannot be printed. It cannot go up. It could only go down. It could only be burned. Elon has alienated the left and the right. Why? Well, he's gonna do his thing like I believe in the truth and all this, and so both parties are wrong, and you know how it is. It's the grift. It's the independent grift. Both parties are wrong. They're both they both have some elements that are right, but it's how it is. But with Musk, I mean, he can't go back to the Democrats, so he'll probably do a kiss and make up with Trump. But it is a problem with him with the Epstein stuff. It's just not. Pacers in 4? Hell no. There's no way. Pacers, come on. Pacers win. Okay, here you go. Here's your bet. I got a bet for you. Pacers win 4-0. $7,000. Thunder win 4-1 is the most bet on one. The highest odds. Elon is an incredibly unstable person. That's a good point. He needs to stick to colonizing Mars. That's a noble mission. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he'll have these crash outs, and it's just random. I mean, it's because of a spending bill. Can't believe he crashed out over a bill. Yeah, I mean that's why it's like, is there more to the story here? You're going to the Belmont Stakes this weekend. Who should you bet on? I thought Sovereignty was the one that was really good. I think Sovereignty is the best horse, honestly. I don't know. There's $9 in volume in this. What is this? What is the sorcery on this? Have you actually read the BBB? When people say that, no, I know, but it's 50% good, 50% bad. Yeah, I mean, I had to read every page of it for a homework assignment. So yeah, I know it. Trump will try to use Bitcoin to get the debt down. Tariffs will help. No. He should absolutely do that, but I don't know if he will. Tariffs will help with some of the tax loss from tax cuts. You think 10% of the tariffs will stay for sure? Trust the plan. Trust it. Well, yeah, think about it. Think about with the tariffs. You know, I've already discussed it and we've worked it out. Trump is going to generate, if he keeps the 10% on you like you're suggesting and this 30% on China, because think about it, we can keep this on and the inflation's not going up. Now, maybe long term, it might not be sustainable. I don't know. I think it will be because it's only 10%. But if we're generating $250 billion in tariffs, you can offset a lot of that. Because think about it. This is what they're saying. They're saying, and I'm not saying it's good to offset because we really shouldn't be offsetting. We should be eliminating. But they're saying this new bill is going to introduce $2.5 trillion in debt over 10 years. So what is that per year? What is it, like 200 billion? That's what we're going to bring in tariffs. So even that gets offset. So we could even argue that. Did Elon really DM you? I saw, dude. You please, okay, I need you to respond to me. AF podcast, I need you to respond to me and say that you were trolling. You have got to tell me, because I think there are people that thought that was real, but I hope not. But there are some boomers, I think, that thought it was real. I don't know. I mean, it's like next level. It's next level bad if these people actually thought that was real. Sovereignty won the Kentucky Derby, but sat out the Preakness. Journalism barely lost the Kentucky Derby, but yeah, so Sovereignty's injured, so that's why they're picking Journal. I mean, there's no money in any of this, so what is it even? It's like, this is not even good odds. I'd have to go to an actual horse betting market to find it. Trump Epstein files made. What does this even mean? Trump Epstein files. It doesn't make any, like, you mean all the files? Can you bet yes on will Trump jail Elon Musk for 1,000? Well, let me find the Trump Musk markets. Will Elon Musk unfollow Trump before July? 32% chance. Will Musk create a new political party by the end of the year? 21% chance. Well, why would Trump apologize to Elon? Evidence Trump went to Epstein Island be made public in June. You just gotta stop with this stuff. Come on. I mean, this is just, what is this? Look at what Elon just reposted. Yeah, I can't. This is great. This is nice. This is the high school drama we wanted on this stream. Starlink? You giving me Starlink, really? Oh, dude, I'm gonna be so pissed. Remember this? Remember we get the wind? Imagine we get hit with more smog from Canada. Shouldn't the Canadians pay us money if they pollute our air? We had bad pollution. I couldn't even go outside. It was plasticky. Someone was telling me there were going to be more wildfires this summer too, that were going to blow down and we were going to get more bad pollution. What if this is a ploy to get the left to change things on the bill and they are just going against each other just to be in good terms with Elon? Seems fabricated. Ugh. I don't think that's it, man. Why would you bring Epstein into this? Seems like default now in America is if you don't like the individual group, accuse them of being nefarious child abusing. Yeah, no, I agree. But I mean, with Musk, he has to understand it's what liberals are going to run with if you say that. Like, but he's in a fit of rage. He's done this before. I mean, yeah, I think it's a little bit of a backtrack. This is a backtrack a little bit, but it's like a repost. Musk is just weird, man. He's weird. I don't know. Remember, liberals, he's weird. JD Vance is weird. Musk is weird. Remember, they thought they like invented a new word. We're gonna call him weird. Oh yeah, that's gonna work. Do you think Putin will use a nuke, even if it's a small nuke? No, I don't. Not yet. I don't think he got because would Putin really risk a NATO involvement? I mean, but dude, you're risking just several dominoes of escalation if you use something like that, and it would be direct NATO involvement. That would just be, I mean, that would have to be World War III. You'd think. I mean, it is bad. I don't want to joke about it because it does become a cascade effect. But it's like people keep talking about it and it's never happened, so we think it's just normal, but it's not. The new word is taco now. Yeah, I know, but I don't think that's really going to be a big thing now. I think they're probably just going to leech off of the Musk Trump stuff. The Vance's weird gimmick died as soon as he debated Waltz. Yeah, Waltz admitted that he was in over his head. He said he was really nervous during that debate. You could tell that Waltz. I mean, how you're a politician? How can you? I mean, you should be able to conduct yourself better than that. You'd think, but with these liberals, it's. I mean, they had Kamala leading them. Let's be honest. But then they say, well, Kamala would have beaten Trump without Elon. Okay, come on. You think Trump greenlit the drone attack because there's no way even Germany said they didn't? Yeah, Trump had to have 100%. There's no way that they would do that. I mean, that's a huge that would be viewed as an escalation to the Russians. So why would the Ukrainians want to crush Trump right after they did that mineral deal? It doesn't make sense. But Trump's going to be discreet about it because why would Trump want it publicized that he knew? But I mean, the Russians have to know to a degree as well. I mean, it's an escalation, but they're saying Putin doesn't want to negotiate right now. So, but you know how NATO does? They do if we escalate, it'll de-escalate, but that's normally not how it works. They want to threaten Putin into negotiating. Have you been seeing MUSK coin follow on pages I follow on X are saying it? I never seen that coin, man. Honestly. Why would Trump tell the reporter he didn't know that Putin was targeted in Ukrainian drone attack? Because that's disputed. I mean, I'm not saying it didn't happen, but they do dispute that. Um, it's like a fog of war thing, but I agree. I mean, I'm guessing Trump had to have known to a degree. I mean, what are they not briefing him on it? Come on, that was like a major thing that happened last week. Corinne Jean Pierre had her book tour. Yeah, her book tour got cut short after this news. Nobody cares. She's like, this is the biggest news of the year, independent. Isn't the book named Independent? I mean, that's amazing. You love the mask hope from liberals. The right is falling apart over a Twitter fight when they themselves have like 19% party approval. Well, who cares? I mean, what does liberals' opinions matter? They lost everything. Who cares? They're losers. They have no government power. They can just go. They just have lowly courts. They have like courts that rule against Trump and then has to go to the Supreme Court. That's their only power that they have. Same as Joe facing off with that female reporter last Friday, media blackout. Yeah, but that with Biden, I feel like nobody really cares about Biden anymore. So I can understand people not really not being in the news for too long. I mean, this is a really quick news cycle, so they'll probably make up tomorrow. No, I don't know, but with Elon, you never know. Main problem is corruption in Congress. Really, in my opinion, Elon found made a genuine effort to cut spending just to find out nobody in DC, despite what they say, really wants to cut anything. Yeah, I mean that is pretty typical. But I mean, obviously Musk was not able to touch most of the biggest expenditures, so he's going to be angry about that. I mean, I understand it. Dave Yost drops out of the Ohio governor race. Well, Ramaswamy will be the Republican. I mean, Ramaswamy Ohio loves Trump too much, and Trump endorsed Ramaswamy. Play Portnoy meltdown. Yeah, that dude is a clown, Dave Portnoy. Well, it's free speech for me unless it's against me, then it's not free speech, and he tries to play to people's emotions, saying you're killing people by telling jokes. It's pathetic. Have I aped what Pepe's dog? You're saying that coin, Zeus? No, I don't buy those coins. I mean, it's I don't buy coins that are that high in market cap, man. Do you think the media will have discussions with the Epstein thing? I feel like the mainstream wants to stay away from the Epstein talk for obvious reasons. Yeah, that is kind of interesting. It's like an untouchable for them. I mean, what do they do? Elon Musk insinuated that Donald Trump was a pedo. Like, I mean, I'm sure they'd love to say that. So just to recap, what is Musk actually mad about, and do you agree? He's mad about the bloat of and the it's not even the spending, it's the tax cuts within the bill that potentially, based on projections, will lose us revenue, so it will bring the debt up. That's basically what it is. So the tax cuts would have to be like, look at this. Drop the tax cuts, cut some pork. So you're insinuating drop the tax cuts. That's what Trump ran on. Unless they're saying just a few I mean, I don't know what the exact, if they're just saying a few tax cuts or all the tax cuts, but it's not advisable. What is the picture behind you? I don't know. It's I bought it when Trump took over Greenland. No, I'm kidding. Somebody made a joke, said it was Greenland. I don't know. It's like the North Pole or something. It's like it's like Norway. Or which picture are you talking about? I don't know. Your coworker did a pizza thing for the Portnoy shit in Connecticut and said it was a 2-hour wait everywhere he went. 2-hour wait for pizza is crazy. Oh, when he had like a pizza thing or whatever event. Yeah, 2-hour wait for pizza is ridiculous. You want to know something weird? This is what I've realized with breakfast places. This is the thing with breakfast places. If you go into a breakfast place on a Saturday or a Sunday, you're guaranteed, because a lot of these breakfast places, they don't have reservations. You're guaranteed to wait 30 minutes. I'm telling you, it's these breakfast places. I haven't had a problem with other places. When you go out for breakfast, there's issues always with waits. But it's always breakfast. And I like a good breakfast, but I can't have any syrup. That's the thing. Even when people around me have syrup, I just cannot. I hate it. I just hate syrup. But I mean, breakfast with eggs and hash browns, that's good. Got Zeus at 2 million, so you're sitting good. Yeah, well, congratulations. What do you want, a bone for Zeus? No, I mean, congratulations, man. We all have our coins. We all have our plays. Is Musk technically a foreign agent? Yeah, I think Rubio said Musk is going to be deported. Rubio said he's about to be deported. Yeah, I hate syrup. I never liked syrup, man. In 50 years, will we have any NFL outdoor stadium? Yeah, there'll be like 2 left. There might be like 2 left. There's going to have to be a few. You can't have all indoor stadiums. There's got to be at least 2 or 3 left. The remnants. Lambeau is going to be left. Subway or Taco Bell? I never really eat Taco Bell. I never eat either of them. I have Subway, but I like fast food tacos. There's something weird about it. But I mean, I've had Taco Bell a few times and it's good, but I probably only had it like twice in my life. Going to the gym right now, deport Musk based. Yeah, it's a movement that's emerging. It's a movement. It's a deport Musk. Started watching your stuff when you made stadium videos. Keep it up. Sucks. Philly is getting a new stadium on 12th and Market, which is a shithole. Yeah, well, Philly is looking at a new NBA arena and a new NFL stadium. They do need a new NBA arena. But even they're talking about maybe getting a dome on Lincoln Financial. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Do you think a roof could be built over MetLife? I mean, what's the point, though? Think about the investment into that. Think about the investment that would be needed for that shit stadium. You're better off building a new one in a different area. They don't like where that stadium's located in East Rutherford. Ryan T, I appreciate that, man. Only twice is crazy. I've only had Taco Bell twice in my life. It's a rare situational occurrence. Elon crashed out on Bill Gates and now Trump. Elon's credibility going down every time he crashes out. Well, I don't think people would be mad if he crashed out on Gates, but Trump, yeah. Orlando Magic redesign. Yeah, I saw that. It's like they're going back to retro. I think it looks decent. But it's like a circle logo. People don't really like it. Chicago Fire building a stadium where the White Sox were supposed to be. I know. I saw that. Bring back the car vlogs on DG too. Yeah, did you see that? I've been putting up some zombie videos on that. You see that? Jammy, thank you for that. I appreciate it. AOC is calling Musk and Trump girls. Well, that's sexist. AOC is just disgusting sexist. That's sexism against women. It's a horrible, horrible thing. Let's see. Does Elon have any updates for us? What are we gonna get? What do we? Come on, Elon. This is pathetic, man. We need some updates or something. We need the. Did you? Maybe he's sleeping. Talking about how long the bill is. You'll talk to Elon tomorrow. Davos will make it up. Kloss, I thought you retired. You're really cheap now, aren't you, Kloss? $2 in Canadian. You've been enjoying the zombies content? Yeah, I got another good one that I was gonna upload, but I might have to upload it. Are you seeing Canadian wildfire smoke in Ohio? No, not right now. Is it serious? Is that gonna happen? We had it really, dude. We had smoke so bad it was like plastic in the air. It was so bad. Hopefully that doesn't happen. The Canadians are gonna have to be sued for this. I'm sorry. We can't keep dealing with. They're polluting our air, and it's like, oh, we didn't mean to do it. Well, I mean, it sucks, but we have to. This is a health problem for us in the United States. LBI is the nicest Jersey Shore beach. I appreciate it, man. $2 Canadian. What is that? 27 cents. That's how these people. Somebody sent me. It was $2 in like fucking Zimbabwe money or some shit. It was like 1 cent. It was like 1/10 of a cent, and they sent it to me in a donation. But it goes through as like a donation because it's technically over the two. But you'd think they'd be able to calculate that, but I guess not. The YouTube would. Last time in Vermont, the air was yellow orange. Yeah, the air was like extremely orange in New York. Those images were crazy. It was like dark. Do you believe Elon works every day of the week? Since he said he. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he works a ton. Did YouTube tax your Zimbabwe dollar? Bet they rounded up. Yeah, they did. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this stream. That was a good stream for sure. I appreciate everyone for tuning in and donating, and yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, we'll see. They'll probably make up tomorrow, but I don't know. With Musk bringing up the Epstein stuff, it really is record levels here for Musk. As a Canadian, I understand it's annoying. I mean, as long as it's like only a few days, I guess, but it is really bad to be outside during when there's that type of smog. All right, guys. Yeah, go follow me on X. You know what? Believe it or not, guys, I've had some big tweets. I can't even lie. I mean, whenever something happens with Musk, it seems like my account gets boosted. Like, look at this: 258, 601, 2,000, 5,000. All I tweeted was Musk is bipolar. Dude, X is so weird. I know why people always bitch about their X account getting no interaction. I never do, but it does happen. Like, sometimes just with the way the algorithm works, it'll get no interaction, and people get mad. But yeah, I don't know. I guess Musk was like, let me push him in the algorithm. Musk was like, let me give him a viral sensation. All right, I'll see you guys.